Good morning, evening, afternoon, or whenever you may be listening. Welcome back to another episode of the Dear John Podcast, Season 2. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all having a good week. Been a great week for me, just getting back. I took a little vacation. Went to Buffalo, New York, my hometown. There was a high school reunion from my high school, performing arts, and the school's been around for like 40 years. So we had an all-class reunion. And it was cool. There weren't too many people from my graduating class, especially the fellas. I don't know if everybody just kind of left town or don't live there anymore, or people just had stuff to do. I don't know. But it was kind of cool because I got to like hang out with some folks from the other graduating classes that I didn't really know. Like some people, you just know faces walking down the hall. So the class of 83, what's up, y'all? Hope some of y'all are listening. Befriended quite a few people from the class of 83, and we hung out that night, went to a spot, and I think that was South Buffalo, and then the next night we went to Fat Cats down on, is that Ferry? Delavan? Used to be the Fountain Blue, and before that it was the Buffalo Experience. But anyway, we got together there, and man, your boy had a bad moment because I came in late, and they were already eating. I mean, they were well into their meal. And so I ordered a drink and ordered some food, just assuming that the waitress would put everything on my bill. But what happened was she actually added it to the big party of people that were eating. And it wasn't until they settled up and I asked for my bill that she goes, "Oh, I put it on theirs." And at that point, people are ready to go, and I'm looking around like, okay, do I like ask for like $5 bills to kind of give to everybody, so to cover mine plus the tip? But anyway, they were cool. They were like, "Nah, man, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Wasn't nobody." But man, I was embarrassed because it's like they don't know me, and folks are flying back home like I am. But everybody seemed cool about it. But I was really embarrassed. But anyway, thanks, class of 83. I guess if I ever see any of y'all out here in LA, there's a meal on me. It's a lot of damn meals, though, because that was about 6, 7 of us. Anyway, that's what happens. Guess I should have been a bit more, a bit more aware and asked the waitress to make sure she put it on my bill. But I think I'm making a bigger deal about it than anybody else, but it really bothered me. But anyway, really enjoyed hanging out with the class of 1983. If you're new to the show, this is my podcast, the Dear John Podcast, where I give dating and relationship advice, even though I'm a lifelong bachelor and possible commitment phobe. That's what I've been told. I don't really know about that, but I figure, hey, take advice from me. If you could take it from people who've been divorced 3, 4, 5 times, and everybody else that want to give dating and relationship advice, take some from me. I'm gonna throw a little humor your way. It's at your risk if you want to take it or not, because again, I am single, and maybe following my advice and the way I think is why I'm still single. Good to be back in LA. Today is Mother's Day, and the cool thing about being home is I was able to get my mom, get her Mother's Day stuff there, and not have to worry about putting in the mail and rushing or anything like that. So that was cool. But anyway, it's the middle of the NBA playoffs. I advise all fellas who are into the playoffs that you do not date during this time, because trust me, you will schedule a date on the night there's a game on that you want to watch, and you will not be appreciative of having to miss LeBron James do his thing, or at this point, you can either watch James Harden, or if you like them boys in where they Golden State, watch those cats do their thing. You much rather do that. So or either that, or look at the NBA schedule ahead of time and then do your dating around there. I know it sounds terrible, but man, I'm telling you, it's nothing like this time of year. It's my favorite time of year, NBA playoffs. We got a new format this season. Like I said, I'm doing phone calls now, so you can call me at 323-661-5028. And if I'm around, I will, take your call. I'll record it, and then I can play it back later. Or if somebody ever happens to call me while I'm doing this now, we can do that. 323-385. I'm sorry, that's another number I don't want you to have. 323-661-5028. 323-661-5028. That's the number to call. And also, if you want to catch me on the other social networkings, John Moody on Facebook, You can also check out, I have a YouTube channel, and on Instagram, JBMoody716 at Instagram, and on Twitter, I am John B. Moody at John B. Moody at John B. Moody on Twitter. All right, we're gonna go to Dwayne. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hello? Hey, John. How are you, brother?
How can I help you, man?
Man, I've been with my woman for about 10 years now, but I'm starting to think she's cheating on me.
Do you have any evidence?
No.
Do you know who she might be cheating with?
Her roommate.
Wait, your girlfriend lives with another man?
Nah, man, see, she lives with another woman, man. They've been living together for about like 7 years now.
Wait, what makes you think she's cheating? I mean, does a roommate act funny when you're around? Do they have like weird interactions? I need you to tell me why. I mean, what is it that you see when you're there that makes you think that they're sleeping with each other?
Well, I've never been over there.
Wait, what?
I'm not allowed. Yeah, see, my woman lives in prison. See, she been locked up for about like 7 years. Yeah, I think she got something going on with a cellmate, man.
Well, in that case, she probably does. But what do you want me to do about that?
I want to know, how do I get her back?
Well, when does she get out?
3 years.
3 years? Well, then that's when you're going to get her back. Until then, you can forget it. Her cellmate has all the advantages. They have meals together, they do chores together, they sleep together, and I mean that literally and figuratively, sleeping together. Look, man, there's nothing you can do for her except send her commissary money so she can go get some Zuzus from the pound, and she's probably sharing that with a girlfriend. Look, man, you ain't got a shot till she gets released, and she's gonna need a place to stay. And that's if her cellmate doesn't get out first and sets up a little love nest for the two of them. You need to start dating, man.
You know, you might be right, man. I mean, like, one of my boys has a cousin who was doing a bid in, like, Chowchilla's women's prison. And, you know, we've been writing each other, too. So, yeah, man, I might have to hook up with her.
I don't think you get it. Thanks for calling, man. I wasn't able to help that brother out at all. I think he just likes prison chicks, you know, just like there's some women who like the dudes in jail and they befriend them, the pen pal thing. And hey, it's a big world. So I guess, you know, if you don't want to have to worry about where your partner is each and every night, get somebody who's locked up, because you know that's where they gonna be. That's where they are, and they ain't going nowhere. So I guess that does have its advantages. You ain't got to worry about them tipping out nowhere. You don't know what they doing in the cell, but at least you know they ain't out on the town when you know you're not paying attention. All right, let's go to our next caller. Is that Sharani? Hello, Sharani.
It's Shireen.
Oh, okay, my bad. Shireen. Okay, thanks for calling. How can I help you, Shireen?
Like rain. It's Shireen. I've been dating this guy for a few months, and I really like him, but I need to figure out a way to try to tell him that he doesn't need to hide his baldness.
Well, what does he do exactly to try to hide it?
Nothing that works. I'm afraid I'm going to laugh at him one day. I almost choked at dinner the other night because I guess he tries to use a mascara or shoe polish or something to try to cover up his thinning hairline. But then he started sweating, and this black liquid, it was running down his head. And then I had to pretend like I didn't see it. And he wipes his head with a napkin and sees it's black and then rushes off to the bathroom, and I have to just act like I didn't just see the whole thing.
Well, no, you don't actually. You don't have to pretend.
Yes, I do. I mean, he would be so embarrassed, and he's really self-conscious about it, and he goes out of his way to avoid standing in direct sunlight if he's not wearing a hat.
Why don't you just tell him that you don't mind if a guy is, bald or going thin?
Because then he'll know that I know.
Alright, both of y'all are a couple liars. You know what? You keep lying to one another. He's being deceitful and trying to fool you that he got hair as thick as Beyonce, and you're being deceitful pretending that you don't know.
Are we liars or deceitful?
You're deceitful liars. The both of yous. The both of yous are deceitful liars.
Are you going to help me or not? What do I say to this man?
Okay. Look, I'm gonna help you out, but first, tell me his worst attempt to cover up his thinning hair.
Well, I already told you about the mascara. I mean, I feel like that's
No. I
enough
know, but
to
look, I know there's more. There's got to be more. And look, I'm only laughing because I know you must really like him, and he really doesn't want to lose you, because that would be tough if he lost his hair and then he lost you. If both you and his hair left him, that wouldn't be cool.
Stop it.
Okay, all right. Just give me one more. Trying to hide his baldness story.
Okay, we were going to my church, and I asked him to wear a suit. And then he said that he didn't really have a hat to match his suit. And I guess I made the plans to go to church on short notice or whatever, so he didn't have time to get a hat to match his suit. So he showed up to my place wearing a suit and a tie and one of the best pair of shoes I have ever seen a man wear, and a matching friggin' sweatband on his head.
What?
So I just told him that they canceled church, and we stayed at my house and read some Bible passages and prayed.
Wait, did y'all pray that he would grow some more hair?
You ain't right. I need him to stop.
All right, but look, okay, speaking from experience, it can be traumatic. But if you learn to laugh at it, it's easier to get over with. And look, sometimes you need somebody to tell you that you're making a damn fool out of yourself. And, it seems like no one else is telling him this or convincing him. So, he either needs to shave it or stop hiding it. I mean, tell that dude you really like him, but if he's trying to hide losing his hair, then you wonder what else he's hiding. Tell him something like, that you have butt implants or something, then he won't feel so bad. But look, thanks for your call. And again, you just got to let the brother know that it doesn't really bother you some way, because you just can't keep letting him go out like this. All right. Again, I know what it's like to lose your hair. For me, it was fairly early. I was young and I was going to I already kind of talked about that in one of my blogs, but I went through all kind of things to try to not let people know that, like I said, my scalp was serving eviction notices and I was not happy about it. But all right, thanks for the call. She rained. All right, I think we're going to take time to do one email. Again, if you want your question answered, I should say, send your emails to dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. This recording is going to take place on Mother's Day, so I will do this email that is specific to Mother's Day. So let's open up the email. Dear John, my girlfriend doesn't have any kids but has a couple of dogs. Last year she got upset with me because I didn't get her anything for Mother's Day. She says the dogs are like her kids and was upset that I didn't acknowledge or see that. Should I get a Mother's Day card or take her to dinner to keep the peace? Mother's Day is pretty much over, especially on the East Coast. It's still going on the West Coast, but I'm going to tell you what, man. Absolutely. I absolutely think you should take her out for Mother's Day, for sure. Make sure you take her to a restaurant, other people who are celebrating Mother's Day, women who have raised human children, and then make an announcement that your girlfriend is just as much a mother as the other women who gave birth to and raised, and maybe they didn't give birth, maybe they adopted or took care, but raised actual human children. And let her suffer the side eye she's gonna get. In fact, make sure you take her to a Sizzler or an Olive Garden. Where blue collar folks go. You don't want to go any place too high end or fancy, because they ain't gonna speak up too much. You got to be around the mothers who are blue collar. Mothers who work hard 8, 10, 12 hours, then go home to raise families, because I guarantee you they will cuss her out and they might even take a plate away from her. Tell them that she's just as much of a mother with her dogs as they are with their kids. Do that, okay? Now, seriously, man, I'm getting on her, but honestly, this is your fault, because she said this to you a year ago. It's a year later, and you're still with this chick. Look, I gave advice last season about folks who get too carried away with their dogs, so I ain't really trying to get into it too much. But seriously, man, folks are doing too much with these damn dogs, and I like dogs a lot. I do. I really do. I mean, I may not never have kids, but if I do, I won't mistake taking care of kids with, with taking care of a pet. I'm not gonna make that mistake. I mean, look, if my dog drinks water out of the toilet bowl, I'm not gonna like it. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, But if my kid drank water out of the toilet bowl, oh hell no, I don't want that kid no more. That kid got to go. You can take his ass back. He got to go. It definitely couldn't happen in front of company. Like you got company over, and they see the dog drinking water or hear him drinking water out of the toilet. You're gonna be irritated, whatever. But if my kid in front of company drinks water out of the toilet bowl, I'm just gonna say, yeah, he or she was adopted. It's not working out, and we taking them back tomorrow. Because if it's my kid or not, they go into an adoption agency drinking some water. Because again, your kid is different than a dog. All right. So that's the only letter we're gonna read. This is gonna be a short one. Sorry I missed last week. We will be back next week. So again, if you have a letter you want me to read, please send that to dearjohnpodcast@gmail.com. And again, if you want to catch me online, Facebook, I'm on YouTube, John B. Moody, Twitter, John B. Moody on Twitter, and JB Moody 716 on Instagram. And again, you can call me at 323-661-5028. Thanks for checking out the show. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. We should extend our respect for mothers to all women, actually, and Mother's Day should be a month celebration itself. Y'all really get the job done. Y'all really do it. So thanks again, not only to my mother, but everyone else, all the other mothers out there just doing a great job. Please keep on doing what you do, because you truly make the world a better place. Thanks a lot, y'all. Have a great week. Peace.
For you boys on the block. Okay.